Morning guys, rightio. This is it, we're sitting in the ute, the car's on the trailer. First thing in the morning. I wonder if we're going to have a nice start out of the ute. Let's see, if it starts nicely, it could be a good weekend. Just like that. As they say on the advert, we've got everything you need. So that's us. We'll go to Repco, see if they've got a battery that I need for the car. Just there was something I wasn't happy with. Appeared the alternator didn't want to charge for a brief moment while it was on the trailer. So I don't think there's a big issue, but what I'll do is just get a battery, a spare battery for it, chuck it in there, and that's will be sorted. Leadfoot's only like a 1 minute climb to the top of the hill, less than that, 53 seconds for us. And then plus a bit of shagging around in the pits and staging and stuff like that. So even if the alternator wasn't working and we just had a spare battery and we kept that up to charge, it'd be fine. We carry on with the weekend, but let's get a new one and also have a look at things when we get there and see if we can figure out what's going on with that. It could be the alternator shag because there's a lot of heat in there, and that could be an issue, or it could be a wiring thing. Either or, it's not a big deal putting the alternator on, but not going to happen today. So let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Let's do this. Oh no, that's bloody Jacinda again. No, we don't want to copy what she says. A little bit of a tricky driveway to get out with that trailer where it is. Don't want to take out anything on the way out. Smash those brand new mudguards off. Brand new repairs on the mudguards. Woohoo! Right, so we're outside Century Uasa in Frankton and Hamilton. Scott, who's on the forklift there, he's just sorted us out with our new battery. So these aren't really a race car battery at all. These are, it's a non-spillable battery. It's more like an alarm battery. You're supposed to run bloody house alarms and business alarms and things like that. The one that's been in the car has been in there for over 3 years now, and I don't think it's actually the root cause of the issue that I'm dealing with, but they're not all that expensive. We've just been looked after very nicely, so it's worth just changing it, you know. Like I say, I put the car on the trailer and I could see the alternator wasn't charging for some reason. Sorry about the camera wandering around. We're in a rush, we're trying to get to Leadfoot. So it's just best to get that changed, know that the problem's solved, and get on with it. So we'll do that. Hey look, we're outside our mates at Listen King. So we'll call in and say g'day on our way and get on with it. Hey. So we stopped in Turua, had lunch with Paul Radisich, quick chat about what's happening, and we have arrived. This is Leadfoot the day before. Mad Mike's toys there, or one of them. Rod Millen's one. Not sure who owns the other. It might be another Rod Millen one actually. Some beasts here already. Go and find out where we're supposed to be parked, get unloaded, and do our scrutineering and all that sort of carry on. Got here alive, no dramas. I think the ute needs a fuel cooler. The old Bosch 044 cranking away the whole time, gets the fuel a bit hot, so we'll look into doing that at some stage. And quite happy. This is actually quite cool. Even before the cars run, just walking around the pits is awesome. So. Alright, so car's off the trailer, it's in the massive marquee. There's heaps of cars in here, some real cool things. We're definitely going to have a look at some of these things over the course of the weekend. It's probably, actually I might do it tonight because it'll get noisy over the weekend. We've just bumped into someone I've known for a little while, Takashi.
Hello, how are you?
This guy's, he's an internet legend.
Nah.
Now, if you don't know who he is, you need to Google the man who built a drift track around his house.
Yeah, like drift driveway or something. Yeah.
Drift driveway. So it was on everywhere, wasn't it? It was Drive Tribe, and it was just...
Yeah, that drive, yeah, as well.
I went on the internet every day for a month,
Yeah.
and there's your driveway. So originally
awesome.
you were hooning around in your car,
Yeah,
and that was pretty cool. And you've moved on from that. Can you tell us what you've done there?
Yeah, because little bit, I have V36 Skyline for drifting, but little bit too wide, little bit too big for driveway.
Yes.
So I made like small drift cart. Yeah.
What's in the drift cart?
Actually, have you said drift trike? Only like 220cc 4-stroke engine on the back and big wheel on the front.
Yes.
The drift trike.
Yeah.
So I quite like that, but I need 4-wheel drifting. I need
Right.
4-wheel real drifting. So I cut half. They put the racing go-kart front end is on, and I modified the knuckle and the camber and the caster. Yeah.
Properly drift spec
It's
go-kart.
properly drift spec for the go-kart.
Awesome. And you're saying your kids are enjoying that?
Absolutely. But she can't drive much now, but only 5 years old and 2 years old. But
Yes.
sitting on the front, they just grab the steering wheel, they just drive in the house. So they love it.
Wifey.
So that's why my wife happy.
She's happy
Yeah.
because the kids are entertained.
Yeah.
This is how you do it, boys. This is how you get your motorsports happening at your house. You keep the kids happy, that keeps the wife happy.
Yeah, that's so important. Yeah.
And so you've been here 4 times, you were saying, to
Yeah,
Leadfoot.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
It's the best, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the best
absolutely.
event in New Zealand.
It's so unique because first time come down here, then mind blown.
Mind blown.
It's for for drifting and racing and the old school and the classic car and new school and WRC and it's pretty much everything, like all of the motorsports.
Yep.
Yeah, for racing.
And drifting this year, first drift off for Leadfoot. So they're actually competing, and they'll be having a drift king. Is it that what they're calling it? Something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
So that should be in your genre. That's your thing, you know. So
Oh, very great.
cool.
Yeah, great, man.
And what's your channel? You've got a YouTube channel as well. Where do people need to go? Oh look,
NZ Drift Live. Yeah.
NZ Drift Live.
Yeah, it's my channel.
Sorry if my footage is sketchy as guys. We're just using a Hero Session 4. We've got no screen to see what I'm filming. This is all just random as, and get home and look at it, and if it works, it works, you know.
Should be fine. Yeah.
Should be fine. Thanks heaps, Takashi.
No worries, man.
Awesome.
Cheers.
We're going to have a look at some of these. Down here somewhere, let's just do it now. Let's just walk down there. Down one of these little Peugeots has got a VQ40DE hiding in the front of it. Well, not really hiding, is it? It's definitely not that one. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I'm not dissing it. Yeah, I reckon that's it. Look at that. So this starts life is the same as what we've got in the back of our Nissan March, except they've gone bigger capacity, higher revs, probably is slightly higher compression as well. This would be the man that's involved with the car. He'd be a marshal of some description.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
One of the marshals. I'm Glenn. We've got the Nissan March down there.
Oh, yeah, Glenn.
It's got one of those motors in it, but done slightly differently to that.
Yeah, this is a 4-litre naturally aspirated.
So it's all motor. I think it's the drag racing term for these things. So you've got 4 litres, so you've got bored and stroked.
Yeah,
What compression ratio?
12, 13 to 1,
Wow.
somewhere around there.
So heaps of compression, and it's 4-wheel drive, sequential gearbox,
Correct. Paddle shift.
paddle shift. And what gearbox have we got running this?
Mac track.
A Mac track. Is it like a rally cross?
Yeah, it's a rallycross gearbox, yeah.
Right.
Where they run the drive line longitudinal.
Yep. Yep. Cool. This is awesome. I've been actually genuinely been wanting to see this car in person for some time. It's in a similar genre as the March, except this is next level up, you know, where there's a bit of money to go into the gearboxes and things like that, and we not so much. Well, it is, you know, it's proper motorsport engineering more so than Kiwi Ingenuity engineering. She's a beast. full dry sump.
What's a full dry sump?
That's a dry sump in the back there, little chap. That means all the oil for the motor lives in the tank there, and they pump it into the tank and then back to the motor when it needs it.
But why is it so dry?
We've got a 3-year-old, so we hear these questions. It's all good. Look at this. This is awesome. Very cool. I'll try and get some footage of this going up the hill. It is going to depend on what happens with the classes that we're in, the groups, because if this camera is in the march and it's gone up the hill, I don't have it anymore. It's at the top of the hill and we might miss out on seeing this. So I might have to try and do it with some cell phone footage. But no, that's very cool. Very cool. This is from the same family, and I think there might even be a third car. Not sure. Very, very cool.